Finding a contractor is easy. Finding a good one separates a profitable deal from a stressful one. After getting burned on that last project, I told myself something had to change. It wasn't just bad luck. It was my process. I had focused on price, listening to what people said they could do, instead of verifying their past work. That's when I understood. In real estate, your contractor isn't just part of the deal. They are the deal. Because they control your timeline, your budget, and your final product. I couldn't afford to guess anymore. I needed a system. Let me tell you what I did differently on the next project. Instead of jumping straight into bids, I started with research. I asked other investors, who do you trust? Not, who's cheap, but who shows up? Who finishes? Who doesn't cause problems? Reputation matters in this business. Then, when meeting contractors, I changed how I asked questions. Before, I'd say, how much would this cost? Now I ask, walk me through how you would do this project. That one shift tells you everything. A real professional doesn't just throw out a number. They explain the scope, the order of work, the timeline, and the challenges. They see things you don't. That's what you want. Someone who can think ahead, not just react. Most people stop here, but this is where I go deeper. I ask for references, not just names. I actually call them. I ask, did they finish on time? Stay on budget? Would you use them again? Then I take it one step further. I go see their work. Pictures can be misleading. Conversations can be polished. But finished projects, they tell the truth. You can see the quality. You can see the attention to detail if they cut corners. That's when you separate real professionals from talkers. Now, something that really changed how I hire. I stopped looking for a contractor and started looking for a partner. This isn't just a one-time transaction. If you're serious about this business, you'll do multiple projects. Having the right contractor creates consistency, speed, efficiency, and trust. So now, I build relationships. I don't just hire someone and disappear. I communicate clearly. I set expectations up front. We align before work starts. Most problems happen because things weren't clear beforehand. Let me give you a real example of how this played out. On one deal, I met two contractors. One talked a great game, confident, smooth, quick with numbers. The other, slower, more detailed. He asked more questions than he answered. Old me would have picked the first one. But this time, I paid attention. The second contractor wasn't just trying to win the job. He was trying to understand it. And that's who I went with. And that project went smoother than anything I had done before. Not perfect, but controlled. Timeline stayed tight, budget stayed close, communication stayed clear. That's when it really clicked. The right contractor doesn't just do the work. They reduce your stress. They make the process predictable. And predictability? That's what protects your profit. So if you're looking for contractors, don't rush it. Don't just compare prices. Compare experience, communication, consistency, and track record. This decision will either make your project easier or make it a constant battle. Follow me. Next, I'll show you why your rehab budget is probably wrong and how to avoid getting blindsided.